Hello, I'm Jeremiah Bryant, Service Planning Manager here at Omnitrans. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about East Valley service changes that Omnitrans has scheduled for September 8th. Actually, in September, we have three sets of service changes. The first is a series of changes to the West Valley area of our service area. Those primarily affect our north-south routes. When someone at Omnitrans talks about West Valley, we're talking about cities generally west of Fontana. In this presentation, I'll be talking specifically about East Valley service changes. East Valley refers to primarily the cities of San Bernardino, Highland, um, Redlands, Yucaipa, Grand Terrace, Rialto. Specifically, when we look at East Valley service changes, we're looking at service changes tied to the launch of the San Bernardino Transit Center. Lastly, we have one change that's really designed to connect these two areas with faster, more frequent expedited service, which is our Route 290 Freeway Express service. The reason for most of the changes in the East Valley is the San Marino Transit Center. All of you regular riders, you've been to 4th Street. You know where 4th Street is, just on the north side of the Carousel Mall. On September 8th, we'll be moving to a new location, E and Rialto, at the San Marino Transit Centers. If you followed our news and blog, you've seen many pictures of that. But the great thing about moving to the San Marino Transit Center is all the wonderful amenities that we'll have once we get there. These include customer information, on-site customer service, indoor waiting areas, restrooms, 24-hour security, and really a very clean, neat, and well-organized transfer center that make all of your connections much easier and much more efficient. However, when moving almost a mile, we have to change the routing to get to the new location. Here's a map that shows all of the routes in downtown. As you can see, there's a spider line of routes. There's routes really covering almost every major street in downtown San Bernardino. In most cases, we took the simplest path from the old transit center to the new transit center to get you where you needed to go. In some cases, like on the Route 14, we really wanted to make sure that the route continued to key destinations like over by the courthouse or the county building. So they do extend a little bit farther than they did before, but ultimately the goal was to make routing as effective for you to get to where you need to go in downtown San Bernardino. There are a couple of specific changes that I want to talk about and call to your attention. The first is a service change on the Route 2. What you'll see on the right is a map. The map is a map of Route 2. The blue is routing that's completely unaffected. The green is a section of route that's new. And then the gray is routing that is no longer being served. Here on Route 2, we're really going back to our routing where we continued straight on E Street. Here, Route 2 will exactly mirror SBX service as it did, much like it did before construction on SBX began. With the new transit center, and after listening to many of your comments, one of the concerns that people had with Route 2 was the transfer distance between SBX and the old transfer center on 4th Street. When the transit center opens in September, that will go away. So what we'll have is we'll have Route 2 and SBX both with ideal transfers conveniently located at the San Marino Transit Center. As a result, Omnitrans has decided to reduce frequency on Route 2 from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Those resources will be used elsewhere to expand service in the area. Another change that we had that's more of a significant change is a change to Route 8. If you recall, we made some changes last September to service in East Valley as well. When we made those changes, the week we made those changes, the Department of Public Health moved to an area that we just left service from. Now, the Route 8 will go back to serve Mill and Lena, which is the new Department of Health location, and also where the Department of Adult and Aging Services. So Route 8 will travel north on Tippy, west on Mill, north on Sierra Way, and then on Rialto to the transit center. This really brings transfers in transit in a much faster connection between Redlands, Loma Linda, and downtown San Bernardino, saving almost 10 minutes off the total travel time. However, there are some important destinations on that section in gray on this map that were no longer served by the Route 8. Those destinations were all transferred to the Route 15. The Route 15 will cover the airport area. San Bernardino International Airport will cover Goodwill Industries on 4th Street and cover those destinations on 3rd, 4th, Palm, and D Street that used to be covered by the Route 8. The service area in gray here is primarily service on 9th Street that used to be covered by Route 15. The reason why we made this proposed change is because 9th Street is very close to baseline, and also 9th Street has numerous north-south route crossings that allow the area to remain served, even though Route 15 is not specifically serving it. The last key change to the San Marino area is a change to Route 1. The first change to Route 1 is really to break the short and long routes that we had previously. If you take Route 1 today, you'll see Route 1 has a short 15-minute service from downtown San Bernardino to Arrowhead Regional Medical Center, and then a long that runs every 30 minutes to the north end of San Bernardino. In September, that will become one continuous long route that has 15-minute service the whole way. This improves frequency on the north half of the route to make it 15 minutes the entire way. The other main change is we extended Route 1 on the northern end to Linwood and Victoria. At Linwood and Victoria, we'll have a stop just outside of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians Bingo and Casino location. We won't actually go into the casino, but we'll stop just outside of the casino so you have a new destination that Omnitrans serves. One of the things that we're incredibly excited about that's coming in September is the introduction of the Route 290 Freeway Express. Now, I know many of you remember the old 90. And as a planner, one of the things that we do when we look for areas to expand service is listen to the requests that you put in. And there's been no more frequent request than bring back the 90. Here we bring back the 90 in the form of a 290. The 290 starts in San Bernardino, goes to Arrowhead Regional Medical Center, Ontario Mills, and then the Montclair Transit Center. If you tried to take that trip today using local routes, it'd take a little over 2 hours. With our Route 290, that travel time is cut in half to just under an hour. The route does run peak hours only, so it's approximately 5:20 in the morning to about 9 in the morning, then about 4 in the afternoon to about 7 in the afternoon. But it gets you across in a much faster way than our services have before. There's a couple other things that are really cool about the Route 290. First, in opening week, September 8th through September 11th, Route 290 will ride free. So if you want to try it out, it's a great time. Another thing that's really cool, well, we kind of like this bus, but the cool thing about that bus is all of our Freeway Express buses have free onboard Wi-Fi. So feel free to take your device and enjoy the ride. If you have questions, comments about Omnitrans' services or service changes, please visit omnitrans.org, and we have our bus book, system maps, and all of that ready for you at your disposal. Also, if you have questions, feel free to leave a comment on this post or go to the contact section on the omnitrans.org website. Thank you.